Welcome back to another video. Let's crack straight into unboxing this. So, what do we got in here? We've got a bolt. You don't really get much when you buy these. You get a few little bits and pieces, like that rubbish off to the side. So you get a bolt, you get some styrofoam, you get your gat, one 3-round magazine, you get your rifle, bolt, 2 sling swivels, and no stickers. Oh, I didn't get any bloody stickers in mine. Anyway, so yeah, that's that. Let's put the bolt in. It's nice and smooth, as Tikkas are. Obviously unsafe at locks. And fairly heavy trigger out of the box. I would say that's sitting at about 4 pound-ish. So we might have to look at lightening that up. But yeah, there you go. There's the Tikka. This is the T3X Lite. It's got the upgraded butt pad, which is a new addition. You can still remove your pistol grip. Everything else is pretty bloody standard. So this is chambered in 22-250. And this is going to be my dedicated fox gun. So let's bloody pull this bullshit out of this box and fuck it off. Alright, so there's a gap there. Put the sling swivels off to the side, magazine can go down there. Alright, so what we've got to put on this is a loopholed VX3i 3.5 to 10x50 that I had lying around. So I think it's going to be a good little addition. For this being a varminting gun, I wanted to have something with a big objective lens, so this is going to fit that quite well. And because I already had it sitting around the house, may as well bloody use it. Got a set of loopholed T3X bases and a set of 1-inch rings, so we can mount this scope. So hopefully all that fits and I got the right height bloody shit, but I think with those and that, I think it will all work out. So what we'll do is I'll move the camera so you can get a better look at this, and then we'll go through and we'll set this rifle up for varminting. Alright, so first things first, let's get our bases mounted. So let's whack a bolt out. And let's open this shit up. Alright, so I'm going to pull out those grub screws. I don't even know if I have a small fucking screwdriver. Oh no. And we're back. I found my fucking screwdriver. So these are just little filler grub screw fucking things. Wow. That stripped really easy. Are they fucking plastic? They are too. There you go. I fully expected that shit to be metal and I've already fucking rounded one out, so that's fucking annoying. I don't know if you can fucking see that in there. 2 of the 4 have just fucking rounded out. So that is a fucking pain in the dick. That's really, really fucking annoying. Why wouldn't you make them out of metal, for fuck's sake? Oh, hang on. They don't even have threads on them. Oh, well there you go. So they're actually just little plastic plugs. And I end up just punching them straight out by just pushing down, pop, and popping it straight through the receiver. So there you go. If they can't twist them out, pop them out. Alright, so with your loopholed rings, they come with their own screws. So we'll just mount the back one to the back and the front one to the front. So this should be pretty simple. They come with a little bit of blue Loctite already on them. So that's pretty cool. Alright, snug those down. These will all get torqued, but I haven't got my torque wrench on me right now. So I'll mount all this up, and then once I get my torque wrench, I'll torque it all down. Prop, so don't you worry, my little cherubs. Fuck yeah, I can't believe you guys are watching a dude do us some screws on a fucking YouTube video. That's fucking wild, eh? You guys really know how to pick your entertainment. Alright, that's those mounted. Fucking happy days. So that one will go in our little fucking dovetail and get turned. Holy Jesus. If it's anything like a pivot mount, like a Rusan pivot mount, you will need to put that on the scope to be able to pivot that around. Now I reckon I'm going to have to go all the way back as far as that'll go, because that's just how these loopholed sights are. So what I'll do is I'm just going to dummy put on the front ring just so I can get it turned around char feel. I think they make a tool for this, but who the fuck wants to pay extra money for some fucking tool you can literally just do with what you've got? Don't worry about the alignment or anything yet, we're just getting this on. So just snugged, enough it's not going to wobble. Put it in the dovetail and then you can use that. Look at that, look how easy that is to pivot it around. Alright, so once we've got the back on, we can re-loosen that and do all that sort of put. So, da back, the boys are back. Slide that across, then slide it forward till she's in line. Fucking happy days. Alright, we'll just dummy put that one on as well, just for now. See, look how easy this is. I can't believe people pay a bloody gunsmith to put a scope on a rifle. Like, come on, you can do it yourself. It's not that fucking hard. I'm doing it and I'm fucking retarded. Flat tip screwy. Probably should have grabbed that from the fucking shed too. Be back in 2 seconds. Alright, so now we can tighten down our windage adjustments until it is sitting centered. Now it's important that you get a screwdriver that fits the fucking slots properly. Otherwise you will mark up your shit, cross-thread your jobs. You're not going to have a bloody good time. Windage adjustment, tight as fuck. Now we would just need to go through and level this out and then lock her all down. So I'll show you how to level that out in a second. We'll have to move the camera though, so wherever I end up setting that up, we'll move to there and then we'll crack on with leveling the scope and stuff. Let's do that. Alright, so there's a couple of ways of doing this. As you can see, I've got this set up on the fucking kitchen bench. It's the only thing. I don't know where my fucking gun vise is. So I've got this electric pan here, improvised, adapt and overcome. And that's going to be our gun mount, right? So what you can do, there's a few different methods, right? Flip the camera in so you can see me fucking head. There's a few different methods. You can level the gun and then level the scope. I don't like doing that because the scope caps are rarely actually in line with the fucking crosshair. So what I like to do is, yes, level the gun, but then pick something to actually eyeball the crosshair off. So you can run a plumb line if you really want, or you can use stuff that's in your house, like a corner. So we have this edge here, right? So if I get this little level and run it up against that edge, right, we can see that that is level. So we know that this is good to go, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to come over to our gun, and I'm going to have to put the camera down when I do this, but essentially the top of a Tikka is flat, so we're going to put our level in there. We're going to make sure the gun is level. If you'll focus, you fuck. Right, make sure the gun is level, and then we're going to look through the scope with the scope rings loosened, and we're going to make sure that our cross, and we're going to be able to film through there, make sure that our cross is aligned up with that plumb line that we know is straight. So therefore, your actual duplex is going to be straight and not just arbitrarily the scope housing itself is level to the rifle, which is, you know, what a lot of people do, and that's when they run into dramas mounting the scopes. If you are going to use a method where you're aligning the housing, always use the bottom edge of the scope. Why did I walk away? I don't know why I did that, but if you have a square edge, this edge under here is a good thing to level off, and you can actually do it with a steel ruler. This one might be a bit thin, but essentially you can, this one's too thin, but you would have it on an angle. If it's touching flat on the base and touching flat on the scope, then your scope is going to be level to the gun, but that's just off the housing. So as I said, I like to go off the cross. Some people like to go off the housing. Don't use your scope caps, because it usually turns out shit. But anyway, I'm going to put the camera down and we're going to level this out, tighten our scope down, and then we are minted. So obviously, yes, I'm using a cooker like a fucking hobo, but it just goes to show that you can pretty much use anything you have to get your gun sorted. And having the excuse of, I don't have all of the tools, is a pretty piss poor excuse. So this has worked out well. I've got the open edge of the magazine on the edge of this electric fry pan, and it's actually leveled the gun out perfectly. So I just need to get my tool, and then we will sight this sight in. Alright, so let's look through our scope. On that edge we had. Now obviously doing it this close, you can have a parallax issue, so when you move your head, it will move the reticle, but we're not really worried about left and right. We're worried about the vertical line. It's lined up pretty bloody straight. Scope's all the way back. I can put a little bit of pressure there with my finger so it doesn't move. And I'm going to teeter tot between both of these front screws to get an even amount of tension. Because if you do an uneven amount, you can pull your scope out slightly. I'm going to double check that's still straight. And it appears to be. I don't want to go too spastic on these because as I said, I don't have a talkie on me. But I believe they should be about 18 inch-pounds. Read off the manual. Still level, gun still level. Happy fucking days. Then all you would do is just go tick tick with your torque wrench, and you've now mounted your scope to your Tikka. So there you go. That's unboxing and setting up a Tikka T3X. This is my first Tikka, so I'm pretty excited to see how it goes. Now I did actually do a video on the Patreon page where I absolutely fucking slagged off on Tikkas, and then I went and bought one. So, it's growing on me. So, you're going to see a little bit more of this Tikka. If you want to see the rest of this varminting series, go and hit the subscribe button. Please hit the fucking bell, because I'm sick of people asking me, well, why don't you put more videos up? Every Sunday a video goes up, and that will be the case for literally ever. So if you're not seeing videos, because you haven't put the bell icon on to give you the notifications. So, there you go. The Tikka T3X Lite in 22-250, my go-to now varminting rifle. Next video we do on this gun, we're going to be sighting it in with some ammo, and then we may do some reloads depending on if I can get dies in time, but we're definitely taking this out in a couple of weeks' time for a fox hunt. So we're going to blood this rifle in, and it should be pretty bloody good. So, hopefully you got something out of that. As I said, subscribe, Patreon, link below, and yeah, I'll see you next video. Hooroo.